Go ahead.
Okay, so hi everybody, and welcome to this month's Group Energy Symphony Taster. I mixed that all up. It's on energy specifically, and right now, this month, we have the wonderful Brian Stovall of activate1.com. So that's activate, ONE.com. And he's a maestro, he's a symphony advanced practitioner. He's also a certified facilitator of access consciousness and talk to the entities. So we're so grateful and honored to have him here, co-creating, co-facilitating this wonderful energy called
Yay.
symphony.
How does it get better? Yay.
Yeah.
So, welcome everyone. And so, just to start off, we've been talking a lot about lowering your walls and barriers. So, let's do that one more and let's go ahead and just bring them all the way down. Even if you already believe you brought them all the way down, let's just bring them all the way down one more time. And just like, even just, you could actually breathe out if you wanted to. I mean, it's not required. It might feel really nice though. So you go, oof, let all those walls and barriers, because how much energy are you using to hold up those walls and barriers? And will you now destroy and create all that?
Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online shirts, place, and beyond.
So we also talked about getting congruent with your ask. So whatever that is, what are you desiring right now? Like what would create more in your world and maybe others that are around you or across the whole world or universe? Will you just ask for that right now? So you're just going to relax during this session. If you haven't done this before, it's not hard. It's really easy. You just receive whatever is possible. Okay. So just relax, lay down, get comfortable, close your eyes. Don't try to control it. Okay. Because, hey, how much do you try to control everything into a certain result? And is it that really working for you? Or will you destroy it and create that and actually let yourself go beyond that roadblock or barrier?
Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online shirts, place, and beyond.
Cool.
Ooh.
So So whatever that ask is, really go even deeper, go underneath it, see if that's really the truth of what you really desire right now. Because what is it that you could actually have that's beyond what you've been asking for, that is actually possible for you? And will you now destroy and create it and allow that new possibility?
Yes, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online shirts, place, and beyond.
So what
And
magic? Yeah, go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I was just gonna say,
Go ahead.
well, I think whatever you were gonna say kind of was leading to what I was gonna say, which is what's cool about oneness. So if you went beyond your mind, what your imagination, what your thinking mind is, to actually what the energy of your ask is, what are you asking for energetically that you're already aware of? And can you ask for more of that? So you're going to say a magic, mysterious miracle of possibilities, clearing, I believe.
Awesome. So we have a lot of people on here. There's like 60 people on here, 59. So that's amazing. So just be aware, like you're all energy. You have energies around you all the time. Annie said this was about energy. So remember, like what energies can contribute to you? What energies can you be? What energies do you already have? What can you actually be, know, perceive, and receive with all of those energies? And will you allow yourself to have access to all that? And will you just destroy and uncreate anything that doesn't allow that right now?
Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine shirts, voice, and beyond.
So, like the energy is already starting to move right now. So, if you guys would like to just close your eyes and just relax and remember, like there's not a wrong way to do this. So let's destroy and create all the wrongness. Like, so how many people made you wrong? How many times have you made you wrong? You know, destroy and create all that.
Right, wrong, good, that's a puck, all nine shirts, boys and beyond. That's the last. What if
So,
there's no wrongness?
so nice.
And one
So
of the, go ahead.
go ahead and say what you're saying.
I was just gonna say that if there's anything that's intense at all, what can you ask it to be so that it could be more ease for your body? Can you add more space to it? Can you intensify it more? Whatever that energy is coming up for you to be aware of, what if you could just be aware of it?
So I'm flipping through pages so that I look at each of these people's names. So if you have anything that continually persists, then uh, there's a good question you could ask. Whatever allows this to exist, you can just say POC and pod. If you don't know the clearing statement, POC, POC, point of creation, pod, POD, point of destruction, is the very short version of it. So POC and pod. So whatever allows this to exist, POC and pod. So how much can you clear today? Definitely relax though. Don't stay in your head. If you're in your head, get out of your head. Right, wrong, good, battle, nine, pop, pop, shorts, boys, and yawns. Your head's what gets you in trouble. Nice. Beautiful. Is it hard for you to hear me? So if so, I can speak louder. So somebody said in the chat that to speak louder. Maybe it's because I'm moving away and doing the symphony session. So I'll
Or
turn up.
maybe it's for me.
Okay,
I
maybe
think your sound's fine.
my sound's fine. Okay. All right. Okay, real good.
And Patrick said that sounds good to me for both of you.
Okay, good. So excellent. So, all right. What if you could receive even more? And what would that look like for you? And what would that be like for you? Nice. Let me go back. I just keep moving through the pages and seeing everybody and working. Okay. So nice. So remember when you were a kid and how magical you are? So what if you chose that right now again? What if you chose to be the magic and the energy of your kid energy before everyone told you you couldn't or stopped you? And what if you brought that forward wherever you left it behind? What if you what if you never left it behind? You just suppressed it. You now, whatever's in the way, wherever you pushed it down, will you now just like expand it out and allow it to be something different?
Anything that doesn't allow that. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine trips, boys and beyond.
Yeah. Moving again. Okay. Back to this page. Okay. Nice. Who told you no? And like all those people that told you no and you believed them, you just let that go now. Rock metal 9, pop short spoils and beyonds. So if you find yourself thinking, will you just pocket pod that, destroy it and create it?
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all nine trips, boys and
This is
beyond.
not a thinking process. You don't think yourself through this. This is energy. It's energy. Let it flow. You're made of energy. Everything's energy. There you go, like that. There you go. Just
Thinking is a barrier. So, how much are you not receiving when you're thinking?
and everywhere you like are looking for a formula of how this works, trying to understand how it works. We now just destroy and create that. Let it contribute to you. Let it be magic, just like the magic that you are. What miracle can you be and what miracle can you receive? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pull, puck, short, spoils, and beyond. Like everywhere you're basing, like you're receiving on form and structure and formulas, because that's the way this reality is. Well, you now just destroy and create all that and allow yourself to be something different. What if you didn't have to have the formula? What if it just worked?
What if everything and every day and every single moment that you're choosing something greater just flowed like magic? No thinking, no thought, no planning everything out. It's just coming together. Operating from awareness, what you're aware of, and choosing based on awareness, and then choosing and having more awareness.
what would you like to add to your being or life right now, right away? Can you receive that right now? Just like open up and receive. Perceive, know, be. Around the bed on eye, pop short sports beyonds. Like what kindness can you add to your world? Look at that. Like each second you could add kindness to it. And do you choose that? Or do you choose the unkindness? What kindness can you be for you that would invite the kindness of others? Right, wrong, good, bad, all night, pop, park, shorts, boys and beyonds.
And what if you chose to be the energy that you would like to see more of in the world? Whatever that may be. And anything that doesn't allow that, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, luck, all nine shorts, boys and beyond.
Super amazing.
So normally we would be ending around this time, but this session it just keeps on going.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere yet. So, so everybody just keep receiving. Like what would you add to your life right away? To and you can add things to your life all the time. So what would you add to your life right away, right now? And whatever that is, whatever pops in your world right now, like let that energy of that, let the energy of that be with you and be a part of your universe and like choose it. Like what's in the way of you choosing it? And if there is something in the way, just allow a different choice for yourself. Right, wrong, good, bad, on eye, pop, park, shorts, boys and beyonds. And so I wonder who all this belongs to. Is it really yours? All this craziness that you're choosing? And if you're not choosing craziness, what are you choosing? And if you are choosing something wonderful, I wonder if you could expand it, increase it, and say more, 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 more.
Yes. More joy, more all the energies that enliven your body, that create a greater life for you and for everybody on the planet. What if you can choose more of that? And by choosing, create more of that for everyone. And anything that doesn't allow that, right, wrong, good, bad, papak, online shirts, voice, and beyond.
Yay, super fun energy. Let's get better. I'm getting lost in y'all's energies. These are super fun.
Sylvia said, thank you. This is so yummy.
Yay.
And so for me, it's winding down a little bit. How is it for everybody? Denara saying, thanks, everything in her vibrated.
That's
She has the
amazing.
star. Amazing again. Thank you and gratitude.
Cool. So, Annie, you want to tell everybody about tomorrow and through the whole month?
Yes. So if you guys enjoyed this, Brian and I have a 10 session, I guess, month long symphony group taster, and it'll be similar to this. And we're doing it on money specifically, but really anything that comes up during that session. Um, it starts tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in having this for the whole month of March, I wonder what it would create for you.
Yeah, we can put the link in the chat real quick. So that would be wonderful. It is going to be super fun. We won't focus just on money. We'll focus on whatever the energy is, and we'll
Yeah.
follow the energy. And so, just if you would love to
Oh,
see some
thanks,
change.
Patrick. Oh, he posted a link.
Oh, you did. Okay, wonderful.
So sorry to interrupt. This is Karen. So will those segments be downloadable if we can't attend or for later use?
Yes.
Annie, you can answer that question. Okay, good.
Yes, it's going to be audio only for the download. So we would appreciate it if you were there live, but if you cannot, then you have the audios available and
The energy will still be there. So
yes,
if you listen to it later, so the more you listen to it, actually, the more it'll contribute to you. So that's super amazing. It would be wonderful if you could be present during because we'll get the energy of you and be able to shift with you. If that's not possible, please listen later. That would be fine. So uh, make a try though, if you could, to be with us, because we would love to have your contribution. Because it's not just about you know you being there to receive. You're also a contribution to the group. Everybody shows up together, and our energies combine together, and we shift together, and it's acknowledging, empowering everybody to know that they know too.
I have
and
another
what if,
question.
okay, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt, Annie. So is there a reason why you're doing it like frequently for for the month? Is there something we're trying to achieve or create?
Annie, are you
Okay,
gonna
well, okay, so I was gonna say that, well, first off, it's only like, what, 10 sessions, so about $5 per session, so it's only $50. And also, Dain has been asking for each of us to be the energy of the symphony in our lives. So having it 10 times, like especially in a group like this, like you'll be able to move with the symphony throughout your whole life in that month and maybe even beyond. So what's possible with that?
So I would add what would be your target? And so rather than us making a target, what would be your target? Because each person's going to have a different target. And so if you look at that, then look at if you chose it and just look at the energy of it too. Like if you choose this 10 sessions, $5 a piece. And so there's no, that's super amazing. So it's just, if you look at the energy of the change that will create in your life, and doing 10 sessions of these, what would that look like to you? Would that just go in my life in 5 years? If I choose this, what would it be like? And then see if that just goes whoa, like this. And if it does, then cool, cool. If it expands out, it gets light for you, that's good. If it's heavy for you, don't choose it. It's not, it's just a choice. So there's no like obligation here whatsoever. So it's just an invitation for us. And also, it's an opportunity to get symphony group tasters out there more in the world, so more people like have the experience of it, because it's pretty like it's a very like old process, because Dain's been working on it for many years, like over 20 years. However, not a lot of people know about it. So this is an opportunity to share and get it out in the world, and let people have that experience of it. Okay. Any other questions, you guys?
So Cheryl saying, awesome. Energy is different each session. So much fun to play with SOPs.
Yay.
Cool.
Oh, I have one question. So my room is dark because I was laying down on my bed while receiving the session, and it was fantastic. My question is, if I'm interested in, like creating connections and relationships, and not specifically money at this time, I am really curious if it could be any way adapted in that way,
Well,
if
of
you have
course,
a different intention and something like that.
of course. And that what I would say with that is, is that you choose. I would invite everybody to choose every time, just like we invited you to choose this time. I would invite you to choose what you would want to work on. So, like whatever's up in the moment right then, when we start the session, like whatever that is, like go for that. And go for that. Like really be aware, like start to empower yourself to know that what's going to like actually change the most for you, like, and choose that thing while you're like going in these sessions, so that you can like let these things go and choose something different and be that magic that you truly be. And so, yes, so choose whatever you would like to choose. I'm not going to focus on one thing. We're going to focus on whatever. So, yep.
And each session will be different. And the Symphony Energies work with your ask. So whatever it is that you're asking, that's congruent with your being and your body and whatever's going on situationally at that time, the energies will work through that and allow you to see and open up to different possibilities. So
and the thing also that kind of ties in that what Annie was talking about with money is like, if you look at this, like how much do you receive money? And then also like, if you don't receive money, then how much are you not receiving in relationships? Like you were just talking about relationships. Okay. So some things may be tied together. So be aware of that. Don't make it so. Be open to changing wherever, because don't focus like a laser into one part, and don't allow the other parts to change too. So really allow it to be whatever that, and really like consider your ask, like, and be open to changing in all kinds of areas. And so, what can I receive here? What can I be here? What can I know here? So like everything that is, will we not destroy and create it?
Yes.
Yes. Yay. Okay, cool. So is that you good with that? So is that Sophia?
Yes, that was a wonderful explanation to my question. I guess one more question that I do have about the symphony is, I am really curious on how come like there's certain things like the bars and the body processes that are only done in person, but the symphony can be done long distance. I am really curious about that.
Symphony is an energetic process that it's allowed to actually be distance, and then the bars and the body processes are meant to, bars is a body process also. Okay, so and if you get the actual word body in there, it's requiring that your body be part of it. So not that our bodies are not being a part of the energetic symphony session here, it's just that bodies like to be touched and received. And so in order for your body to get that reception that we're talking about, there is actually that bars a body process. And that's what Gary is talking about. He's like, bodies like to receive, and we, as normally, a lot of people are not allowing their bodies to receive. And so now inside of a symphony, your body can receive also. It's just an energetic process that's allowed to expand out across the whole universe if you wanted to. And It's in a different way. It's a different process, so it has different parameters. Does that make more sense to it? Because the one's requiring the body to be there, and this one just is being and body, and it's okay to be both.
Yeah, I think it makes sense on some level, but it's my first time, receiving symphony. So yeah, that's why I was super curious about that. But I did definitely feel a lot of tingling and sensation moving up and down my body. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for that.
Yeah, no problem. I'm grateful. And then also Gary says, like, people have tried to do distance, bars and distance body. It's just not as dynamic. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's not that it's not possible. It's just that it's actually, Gary says, don't do it because the body's not going to receive as much. So which one do you want? Do you want a little bit or you want a lot? So, and
Mm,
that's with bars and body processes. Okay. So,
yeah.
and then with this one is already huge because if you remember, it's called Symphony of Possibility. We're accessing all the energies of all the universes and everything. And so you don't have to put all the universes in your body. You can just access them and be with those energies and shift things. Okay. So a lot of times, and you may have heard that a few times in the metaphysical world, they'll say, hey, get back in your body. Hey, your being is massive. You're way too big to stuff in this tiny little body. So just be aware of not everything needs to go into the body. It's not kind. Does that make
So
sense?
yes. So sorry. Can I ask one more question?
Go ahead.
During the receiving of the SOP, there's just a lot of energies moving and so forth, very relaxing. And then all of a sudden, we're asking questions and so forth, and I just can't stop yawning. All of a sudden, I just couldn't stop yawning. Can you kind of give me a little insight possibly as to, because I usually yawn when I release energy, but I thought,
okay, well, you would ask yourself what that is. So, because that's what often we do is we look for somebody outside of us to give us the answers that we already have. So what do you know about that yawn? And don't make it to that, don't conclude it to that it's just releasing energy. Ask the question in the moment and say, what is this for me? And then see what it is in the moment for you and see if it's something totally different. Because what was that in the moment? What do you know about that? What do you get from that?
well, Brian, as you asked that, all of a sudden I just feel really tired.
Okay, well, are you tired? Is your body tired or is that somebody else's tired?
Oh, somebody else is tired.
Good.
Oh,
See,
interesting.
so see how we ask questions and we're empowering ourselves to know that we know. So just send that back to whoever that belongs to. Say, who does this belong to? Return to sender. And who does this belong to? Return to sender. And who does this belong to? Return to sender. And so that's just that easy. Okay. So
Thank you.
really, really stay in the question with everything. Okay. So it's really, really important. The question is so important for you to know that you know. And that's the whole point of this, is that the more you ask questions, the more you know, the more you don't have to go to somebody else. Yeah, you can get assistance. I'm not saying don't go get assistance if you need assistance. I'm saying keep working to empower you to know that you know. Okay. Because you're magic, even though you're pretending you're not. Right, wrong, good, bad, on high, for Fox, short, boys, and beyond.
I could say an Asian only wedgie. You're not magic, you're too Asian. From one Asian to the next. Pocket pod.
Yeah, okay. So everything that is. So everywhere, okay, so that brings up a good clearing and then we'll stop there. So whoever, and I did it once in the SOP, whoever, whatever, told you could not, and you already are, you now destroy and create all that. And allow yourself to have that childlike energy again and expand it out and be that, choose that, know that, receive that. Anything doesn't allow that?
Right, wrong, of Epipacal 9 shorts, boys and beyond. Wow, this has been amazing. So if you guys want to unmute and just express your gratitude for Brian being on here, and maybe we'll see you later this month on the 10 calls.
Yay. How's it get
So-
better? Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
grateful for all of you.
you.
Yay.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yay. Woo.
Bye, everybody.
Yay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Can't wait
Thank
for
you.
this
Thank
month-long
you.
SOP.
Great one.
Bye.
Thank
Yay.
you.